Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Gonna have a crossout video for us today, guys. Now in today's video, we are going to be going over the new Shredder, the latest shotgun brought into the game in this most recent Battle Pass. And essentially the entire point of today's video is that we're going to be going over the Shredder, its perks and its disadvantages, and basically doing a conclusion at the very end on whether or not it is worth getting these things in-game, or if you guys want to get the Battle Pass for these things. So, firstly, I'm just going to talk about the general aesthetics of the guns, just because I think the devs deserve some credit with this thing. This is an amazing looking weapon. I love this thing. Even if this gun isn't particularly good, because I haven't tested it out yet, but even if it's not good, I'm still gonna buy these things. I might even keep them just because they look so damn good. I don't know, it's something Doom Guy would use or something, but it's like really, really good. If every gun that comes into the game looked as good as this does, then Crossout would be in a much better place. This is definitely my new favorite looking weapon, just in terms of aesthetics, and it's firing as well and how it works. It's just amazing, to be honest. But as for the actual gun, essentially this is a mix between, it's kind of like a shotgun cyclone. So it overheats like a regular shotgun, but it has the cyclone perk whereby the longer you are holding down the trigger, the faster your rate of fire goes, which is really cool. Basically meaning that you're going to be holding down the trigger in pretty much every situation with the Shredder. The only time you're going to want a single fire is if someone is at like the extreme ranges when you're chasing them and you just want to get a bit of like tapping damage. But it's not going to do a lot of damage at that range, just because it's meant to be held down the trigger. Now, I got a few concerns about this weapon, but the main one is its perk. So the perk is a lot like the most recent elephant. So the further the target, the more damage it does. For every 1 meter distance, the damage of this weapon increases by 5%. Now, that is difficult. I'm not a big fan of these perks in the game, just because I feel they're very hard to balance from a developer's point of view. And it's very likely something with this perk is either going to be too weak or too strong. It's very like there's a small chance that the developers are going to get the balance just right straight from the get-go. And it's just a bad idea, these perks in general, to be honest, I think, at least. But on the plus side, the devs did think of this, and the Shredder shotgun, if you're at a very point blank range, like hitting the target, so to speak, the gun doesn't actually do much damage. This is kind of like an Arafron in the way that you've got to get a little bit of distance between you and the enemy before you're doing like meaningful DPS. And the good thing about having this perk on a shotgun is obviously it doesn't have a very large max range, not like an elephant. So there's no risk of this thing, cross mapping someone and doing thousands and thousands of damage and basically one shotting them just with a lucky shot. You're not going to get that with the Shredder, which is also quite nice. It's got really good durability. It does have a pretty big hitbox. So the build in question, we've got it on the sort of meta punny car. You see pretty much every like ranged car using this setup with light guns, just because it's got Satori for extra damage. We've got an Aquilo just to deal with the overheat, Yeti to sneak up on people, Omamori to keep the guns alive, and a Finval to keep the guns alive as well. So it's really suited this because it doesn't weigh too much. You've got 600 Dura for 400 mass is actually really quite good. As for the driving around and actually shooting, it feels really, really easy to use. Like I said, all you really got to do is just single type it if you want to get some range, but other than that, you're just spamming the target. And it sounds absolutely amazing. I love how this thing sounds. So yeah, it's kind of like I said, a shotgun cyclone. If you're really close, the damage, like I said, is underwhelming. So if we were at this distance, after a full overheat, yeah, I'd say 2.1. That's actually quite low, to be honest. A hammer fall or a breaker is going to be doing significantly more than that. But if you're at a decent range, the damage now should be much, much better. Yeah, almost twice as much from this range. So it is going to be a little bit difficult at first, I think, just to get that range sort of nailed down, because you're not, with most shotguns, obviously they're meant for super close range, so you just crash into the enemy. With this, you're not going to be wanting to do that. You're going to be getting like mid-range a lot of times to maximize your DPS. So it is quite unique in how it plays. I figured we'd jump into the usual 20 minutes or so now of PvP just to give it a test out. And yeah, we'll jump into the games now, guys, and I hope you all enjoy. Okay, Shredder time. Now, please, please, guns, please do not be overpowered. If these are balanced weapons, they're going to be my favorite shotgun in the game by far. Just because they look so damn cool. If they're overpowered because of the distance perk that the devs have made, I'm gonna be mad. Because the devs should have learned a lesson from that. I'm sorry to gang up on you, so. Alright, just good start. Silly has destroyers, that's interesting. Those destroyers hurt, damn. They only shot me for a couple of seconds. Really? Really? Shoot that man. Okay, he lost a gun. I'm gonna focus fire on my teammate. I'm gonna play back cover. How did I not take the hover? I'm getting out of here. And now I'm going back in. Good heat in. I'm just worried about that Helican. Get out of here. I think I'll go around, actually. I don't want to push that. Please give me a cab. Okay. Ooh, bloody hell. One gun for me. Nice, good job, team. Right, well, our first game went rather well. They are a very easy weapon to use, from what I could tell. So far, at least. Because they're like a cyclone, you're just holding down the trigger, you know. It's like, if they're far away, you just single fire. If not, just hold it down. Nice and easy, really. And the spread isn't too terrible. Okay, this guy on the left is... Please don't be an enemy squall. Yeti, hurry up, please. Okay, he's done. Oh, buffed Helios. Let's see if they do well, shall we? Please use a gun. Okay, there goes one. And I don't know, it's hard to get a grasp of how close you should be, you know, because you need to get the perk, but also, there we go. Yeah, it takes some getting used to with, like, the distance, because, like, do I get close, but then I don't get my perk, or do I get far away and I miss most of my shots, and I don't actually hit them much. Whoa, okay. Alright, sorted. Alright, I'm slowly starting to find out that this gun is really easy, but also really difficult at the same time. Because firing the gun is dead easy. You're just holding down the trigger. It's like, it's nothing to it, okay? But what's difficult about this gun is getting the distance right. If you dive someone and you're right up against them, you're not going to do that much damage because you don't get the perk. But on the other hand, if you're too far away, you're going to miss most of your pellets, even though they do get the perk. So it's getting kind of difficult to get that balance so far. Okay. Like, for example, I didn't take a Typhoon there. Most shotguns would have definitely taken a Typhoon there. Why is this guy chilling on base? It better be a bot. That one was low, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. Team, could I have a hand? Okay, a firebug spark. Maybe I'll just go. Yeah, masters. Oh, damn it. Oh, those guns are sparking at least. Oh, I almost had him. Come on, mate, flash him to death. You got this. Yeah, he did. Nice. Right, we'll call this last game, man. But yeah, in conclusion, I would not recommend you buying these things. They're very much a style over substance type of gun. They look awesome, they sound awesome, their mechanics are nice and fun, but it's just not very effective. At the end of the day, this is a shotgun that cannot get too close to me and cannot dive into the side of an enemy. And that's pretty much a deal breaker because, like, crashing into the side of, like, a hover, for example, is one of the best ways a shotgun actually stays alive. If you crash into the side of the enemy, there's a chance that, well, for certain, you can definitely shoot him, but he might not be able to turn his build to shoot you, and he might not be able to aim down enough to shoot you as well. But the fact that this build can't do that, or this gun can't do that, yeah, it's a deal breaker. Everyone's dead. Okay. I spent all our time narrating. So yeah, that is it for the new Shredder, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the clips. I would probably not recommend you guys picking this up. I think there are just better shotguns in the game. For example, if I was going for a legendary shotgun in Crossout, I would still stick with the splits, the Doom Guy, like double barrel shotguns. I think they're just better in the majority of situations. They've still got really decent range, but they have really good damage at both range. The fact that you can't like dive on people with this weapon is a bit of a deal breaker because it's kind of like a shotgun that can't do the best thing that a shotgun can do, if that makes sense. But it is really, really cool. So it's kind of a it's a style over substance kind of deal. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow.